Because our most trusted alarm clock, it will crow at the right time, not 1 minute late, not 1 second early, waking up not only the master or the mistress who fed it, but the rest of the community to be up and doing. Oh, remember what we used to tell each other early in the morning, tomorrow when we hear the crow of the African black cock, you must know it's me, myself, and I, saying thank you for everything you've done for me today and of course previously. Yet when the festivities came, we're so much in a hurry to dehumanize the African black cock. What did we do? We assassinated it and served its corpse on our plates, which we proudly called food. This is the African history class with a big fat, thick, tall, yes, standing erect every morning like the cedar of Lebanon, surrounded by the beautiful blue blistering pinnacles of lapis lazuli, the African black cock. And our African proverb for the day is very simple. It says, and I quote, family is like a forest. From a distance, all the trees seem to be together. But as you draw closer, the more you realize that every tree stands alone. Family is like a forest. From a distance, all the trees seem to be together. But as you draw closer, the more you realize that every tree stands alone. What is the meaning of this proverb? There are certain things you need to know from afar. But the meaning will not be complete until you get closer. That's why we say, drink deep or taste not. My brother, my sister, I need you to listen with rapt attention. This proverb is deep. Yes, the family is knitted together. But if you take your time and study the family, you realize that they have deep differences. Yet they have set aside all their differences and they are in one bond. How many times have we sat back to tell ourselves, oh, this is such a wonderful family. Oh, everybody is smiling. They are so united. From afar, yet when we get the opportunity to get into the family, oh, no. They actually have differences. But they set aside all these differences so that they can be united. Oh my God. That's the meaning of the proverb. My brother, my sister, it's not all that glitters that is gold, but above everything, we must all realize that we have differences as individuals. But our differences should not stop us from coming together as a family in unison. After all, the family is the only one we never choose in our journey of life. This is the African proverb of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Papa Jay, and I'm a regular student of the African history class. I love the African proverbs, Anomantua, original.
Yeah, this is Jack Coffee Why we're listening to Blakk Rasta, African history class. We also students here, we like it. Yeah, more African stories, African history. You see?
The African history class, in fact, Blakk Rasta has brought something new. And this is where we are all listening to our own history. Ghana, Bakwasem, Bibi Mai, Bakwasem, Black, Nyamisha.
Otororo mono African history class am. Otororo mono African history class am. Blakk Rasta grono. Agbolo sunu alodo.
Agbolosu kite Kristu padà pàyàtọ̀ makazo gbogidigi sọ̀wọ́ numamọ́ kẹ́kẹ́ levo àdá levo. Agbolosu chakrisu ebe nọ̀gùnmọ̀ fali kẹ́kẹ́ tọmọdọ̀ àpònú yẹ́dọ̀kọ̀nù àgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ àhòvẹ̀ ẹ̀dàmọ̀lá àchíànkọ̀ àchíàkọ̀nù logosiamu òdùbùbù yebu èsùjẹ̀ hàn ní tọ́mù nyìnàwẹ̀wì kótókolowótọ́ àràpọ̀lọ̀wòlà mọ̀wó nọ́ọ̀mà òmìàvẹ̀dù tẹ́tẹ́ milẹ̀tẹ́ tó tẹ̀lé kábàámọ̀vẹ̀ pọ́npọ́n ebe nọ̀zọ̀mọ̀jáde àzọ̀mọ̀dọ̀ àbọ̀nù kérésìdọ̀ àgbàtúrẹ́ ó Agbolosu nù àlọ́dọ̀ Blakk Rasta moyo zo drama odomo malakama to aga bo wono to fefea
Are you feeling irate?
This is 3FM.
And my name Blakk Rasta. Today, several years ago, African people put themselves on the map of history, and this is what is referred to as today in African history. Today, in 1956, Gamal Abdel Nasser was officially elected the second president of Egypt, concurrently doubling referendums. Yes, double referendums were held that successfully passed a new constitution and crucially granted Egyptian women the right to vote and run for political office for the first time. Today in 1990, in the round of 16 at the Stadio San Paolo in Naples, yes, Italy. Yes, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon defeated Colombia 2-1 after extra time. Now the match is famous for the heroics of 38-year-old Roger Miller, who scored an iconic extra-time brace, celebrated an unforgettable dance by the corner flag to take and to make Cameroon the first ever African nation to reach the World Cup quarterfinals. And today in 1993, the military government led by General Ibrahim Babangida IBB formally annulled the results of the June 12 presidential election. Now the election, which was widely seen as the freest and fairest in Nigerian history and won by Mashood Abiola, was halted, sparking nationwide protests and a prolonged period of political turmoil. And today in 1994, I was 20 years following the end of apartheid and the heroic and historic democratic election in April. South Africa officially reclaimed its seat in the United Nations General Assembly after a nearly 20-year suspension. This was a watershed moment for the Rainbow Nation as it shared its pariah status. This is the African History Club. Now, yesterday we looked at a very interesting thing. How women in Nigeria, Ghana, and some other African countries at labor may not have the baby come out because they cheated whilst they were married. They would have to confess what act it was, who they did it with, and where. And sometimes they may have to tell what they told their husbands in order for them to believe them. My brother, my sister, today we are looking at the male version in Mozambique. It's called Nthano. Nthano, my brother, my sister, is what we are looking at today. And it's very interesting. In Mozambique, they have what is known as Nthano, Nthano, or Mwanyalo, Mwanyelo, Mwanyalo. Now, this practice is very simple and is among the Makua people, Macua or Makhua, the Makua people of northern Mozambique, is tied to a powerful cultural and spiritual concept known as Nthano or Mwanyelo. It serves as an invisible moral framework governing the health of the unborn child and the safety of the mother during labor. Now, in Makua cosmology, a husband's actions directly affect the physical state of his pregnant wife's body. The husband is supposed to stay faithful to the wife, especially when she is pregnant. If the husband decides to go and sleep with another woman, the baby will not come out. To make it worse, if the woman comes around the labor room, the baby will freeze and will not be able to come out. It's called Nthano or Nwanyelo in Mozambique. The moment they see that the woman is having problems with labor, the baby is not able to come out after some time, they summon the husband and they ask the husband, hey, did you do something in the backyard garden? He would have to confess. My brother, my sister, any woman that this man has slept with while the wife was pregnant will have to be banished until the child is born. If the woman is still in the area, in the village, the closer this woman is or these women are to the place of labor, the more the baby will refuse to come out and the mother may end up dying. It's known as Nthano or Nwanyelo. Now, when a man commits adultery whilst his wife is pregnant, he is believed to contract a spiritual toxin or shadow from the other woman. The contamination remains dormant until labor begins. Traditional Makua midwives believe that the negative spiritual energy brought home by the unfaithful husband manifests physically as an obstructed or frozen labor. The baby literally cannot drop because the spiritual pollution blocks the path. So what is the role of the midwife or the mistress's presence? The taboo regarding other women coming near the homestead is deeply feared. If the mistress approaches the birth space, even if she is just walking past the edge of the village, her proximity is believed to drastically amplify the spiritual contamination. And she will end up locking the womb or the woman's cervix and the baby won't come out. What makes this unique amongst the Makua compared to other African groups is their matrilineal social structure. My brother, my sister, when the man confesses and the woman is taken away, he would have to still come and apologize to the woman in labor. Right after that, it's not enough. They have to wash the whole birth canal with a herbal concoction to clean the whole place up of the pollution. Right after that,
Mika Production.
Kanumbena, Adene Mali Kanumbena, Chedenu, Muni Kisela, Uli